My ideal form of physical activity would be being a member of an intramural basketball league for people who suck at basketball, but just really like to play. In the past couple of years, I've grown this sort of affinity for trying new things, probably because I'm restless and sort of a free-spirited little fairy. One thing that this restlessness has led me to is trying all sorts of new activities and classes where you move your body around. I'm talking about everything from dance classes to yoga to riding my Razor scooter across the Brooklyn Bridge with my little sister. Some things I didn't like at all and never did again. Some I totally fell in love with and was like, I want to keep doing this forever. Some I sort of liked at the time but then lost interest. All of these activities though, at least the ones that I like, have one common denominator, and it's that they make me feel good. Some make me feel strong, some make me feel relaxed, and some are just fun and make me feel happy. After reflecting on this, I've started to reshape the way that I think about health and fitness. I mean, there are so many ways to move your body, and as long as it feels good for you, you're totally reaping the benefits that we hear about. All of those physical, emotional, and mental benefits of getting up and moving your body around. I like to call movement that feels good for your body healthy movement. It's a philosophy, it's a mindset, it's a lifestyle. Let's break it down, shall we? Like I mentioned before, there are so many different ways to move your body. If you aren't really sure where you want to start with getting into some physical activity, or you've been doing the same thing for a while and you feel like you're kind of stuck in a rut, try a whole bunch of different new things. You could go the traditional route and just try out some walking, running, biking, swimming, maybe Pilates, maybe weightlifting, and then of course there are fitness classes. Things like yoga or bar. You can find these in your community or even right here on YouTube. YouTube is actually the reason I ever got into yoga in the first place, which is something that I now love. Shout out to Lizette Pompa, Tara Stiles, and Adrienne Mishler. You rock, ladies. But that's just the traditional stuff. Have you ever thought of playing with your pets as healthy movement? You totally should, because it totally is. And then there are cool things like kayaking or rock climbing, or you could try a beginner ballet class. The possibilities are endless. If there's one thing that I want you to take away from this video, it's that healthy movement will look different for me than it will for you. And that is awesome. Everyone has different types of physical ability. Everyone has different interests. Just do what feels good for your body, and don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? Whether you're sticking to one or two types of healthy movement on a regular routine, or, like me, you like to shake things up and do something random each day, it can be kind of tough to stick to it, even when you know that moving your body feels good. You can try to rely on willpower to force yourself to get up and do the thing, but in my experience, willpower is a resource that quickly runs out. A better suggestion comes from one of my favorite YouTubers, Sadia from Pickup Lines. And Sadia recommends that when you're starting any new activity or striving for a goal, instead of relying on willpower, try establishing your why power. Why power is the reason why you are doing something in the first place. If you can establish what your why power is and actually put it into words, maybe even write it down, then you have something empowering to count on to remind you why you want to incorporate healthy movement into your life. Food is our fuel, and how lucky are we that our fuel is so delicious? Take that, cars. Sucks to be you. Enjoy the taste of your gasoline, losers. So stupid, I'm sorry. Seriously though, food is what keeps our engines running, so it's important to fuel and nourish our bodies, especially when we're spending some of our energy on healthy movement. Unfortunately, it can be really easy to get stuck in this mindset where food and exercise are linked through punishment and reward. We've all been there. Like, I just ate this, so I really should go work out, or if I'm good and I go for a run right now, I can have a big dinner tonight. It's kind of a nasty trap, and it often ends with us feeling frustrated or hungry or just disappointed that we aren't strong enough to stick to the plan, so to speak. It's time for us to start changing the language that we use to talk to ourselves about food and healthy movement. It almost sounds silly, right? Talking to ourselves? But we have little internal dialogues all day, every day, and positive talk can really transform the way that we feel about ourselves. Rather than think of food in terms of punishment, reward, good or bad, replace those words with more positive words and phrases like fuel, nourish, and re-energize. Here's an example of some positive self-talk. Before I went to yoga, I fueled myself with a nourishing breakfast. And then, after I got home, showered, and got dressed, I re-energized with a hearty mid-morning snack. Doesn't that sound so pleasant? Like I'm doing these nice little things for myself? It can always feel this way if we fill our thoughts with positive self-talk. It's something that definitely takes practice, but with time, it will become natural. The numbers on the scale and the reflection in the mirror are such fickle things, don't you think? I mean, the size and shapes of our bodies actually fluctuate a good bit day to day, or even within the same day, based on what type of movement we've been doing recently, what time of day it is, or even how much sleep we got the night before. I think a way to be much kinder to ourselves is to focus on more meaningful achievements and forget about harping on the superficial stuff. Here are some examples of not so typical achievements that you can strive for through healthy movements. Spending time outside and appreciating nature, taking time for an activity that promotes mood-boosting endorphins, getting closer with a loved one by doing an activity together, trying anything new, and becoming more well-rounded and hella cool. At the end of the day, my only hope for you is that you can feel confident enough to do what feels good for your body. Take care of yourself and don't worry about what other people are doing. Just do your own thing, girl. Do you know what my favorite kind of healthy movement is, Biff? It's chasing you around. Thank you so much for watching our video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, we would love it if you would give us a thumbs up, right, Biff? Right. And subscribe so you can see more videos in the future. I hope that you have a great week and you get to go outside and play around in the sunshine. Until next time, mwah!